Hi there, Elise Dewsbury here from New Musicals Inc. with another installment of How to Get No Feedback from Elise. This will probably be a quick one. I just wanted to take a moment to talk about. I often in my feedback to people am suggesting and pushing that people activate moments, that you make moments more alive and more active. I use the word activate a lot. And I thought that it might be useful if I tried to give us a concrete, specific example of what I mean, what might inspire me to ask for activation, and what would qualify as activation. So something came across my desk that seemed like a good example to me. So I've been working with a couple of writers at NMI on a show called Brood Ambition, which is sort of it's the Macbeth story that takes place in a coffee shop. It's a really fun show. It won second prize in our annual search last year. And the writers, B.K. Wells and Michael Turnblom, are great folks. So I'm hoping that they won't mind that I'm going to talk about this for a moment, because I think it's a very positive story. So when they were working on the story, because it follows the basic idea of Macbeth, but it happens in a coffee shop, our lead character, there's a woman that he sort of likes. Her name is Marjorie, and he likes her, and he's interested in her. And she decides that she would sort of like that she likes to sort of goof off and not really work very hard. She's one of the baristas, and she decides that life would be a lot better for her if the manager sort of wasn't around. And so she decides to tell our hero, Deuce, that he should perhaps kill the manager. And this is, of course, it's part of the Macbeth story. It's Lady Macbeth urging him on to kill. It's her idea that this would be a good idea. In the original lyric that Wells sent me for this moment, Wells wrote a great, funny, fun list song where Marjorie talked about all the different ways that Deuce could conceivably kill the manager, Boyd. And it was essentially what we call a list song. You could do it that you could kill him this way, 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 you could kill him this way. Now, who am I to argue with a good list song? Nothing particularly wrong with it. So why would I say you need to activate it? It's like a list. It's just a list. It doesn't have point of view. It doesn't necessarily have purpose. Why is she giving him a list of ways that he could kill? She's trying to help and suggest, so she's trying to give him a bunch of ways. Okay. But I said, what could you do that would be stronger, that would activate this moment, would activate this list? So what Wells wound up doing was taking that feedback and going back and creating a song that was still sort of list-like in its basics. But in this instance, instead of every stanza being 4 or 5 new ways that Deuce could conceivably kill Boyd, the stanzas became about Marjorie saying, if you kill him this way, then I'll do this for you. And if you kill him this way, then I'll do this for you. So it became a seduction. It became a convincing song. And to me, that's more active. Rather than simply listing, it became a, if you do this, then I'll do this. And since he's interested in her, she was using her sex and her seductive tools, much as Lady M does in the Scottish play, to convince him to do this. And so for my taste, I thought it really elevated the song. I have some of the lyrics here. So she would say things like, go buy yourself a ghost gun and be sure that you don't miss, because I'll be waiting right here with a super sloppy kiss. So she's saying, here's a way to kill him, and here's what you'll get if you do it. And it continues that way. And some of the fun stuff is that as the song continues, the ways that she suggests for him to kill the general manager have to do with being, in a coffee shop. So it keeps that metaphor going. I'll grab the giant brewer and he'll get a hearty smack. And then this is once he gets involved, now he's telling Marjorie, yeah, okay, what if I do it this way? What do you do for me? He says, I'll grab the giant brewer and he'll get a hearty smack, and then you'll climb the counter where I'll be on my back. Maybe that's still Marjorie. Anyway, so we get that sense that that she's making offers to him that make this sound better and better. And eventually he joins in and goes, okay, so if I do this, you'll do this. So the song becomes, instead of simply a list of ways he could, that she's suggesting he could kill him, it becomes a seduction and a convincing song. So to me, that's an activation. Now it's active. I'm going to convince you to do this, and I'm going to do it by offering you these other things, and it becomes a seduction. And you can imagine that when a creative team gets at that, how much more they know that they can do with it. If she just has a list of things to sing, it's harder to know how to stage that. If it's a seduction, do this and I'll do this, your mind can start to go with where the choreography would go and how much more fun the number could be, and how much easier it would be for us to see how by the end of it, he has indeed, if she just gave him a list of things and he doesn't want to kill the manager, no matter how long the list is, how is that going to make it better? But if it's a seduction, then we can see by the end of it, now we know why he agrees to do it, because he is seduced. So that's an example of how to take one moment that might be a perfectly fine song, but activate it and make it a better and stronger moment. So there you go, activating a song. Hope that's useful, and toodaloo.